Sirens in the background. So I believe this is a monument here to all the different genres of music. This side has got country music with the acoustic guitar, rock and roll with the electric guitar. You got classical, it's like with the violin. You got folk with another acoustic guitar, jazz, got the saxophone, you got bluegrass with the banjo, and you got gospel with the songbook, and blues with the trumpet. So I'm here on the grounds of the Tennessee State Capitol. I'm gonna walk around, see the monuments that's on the ground, but also gonna visit the grave of the 11th President of the United States of America, President James K. Polk, and his wife are buried here. So we're going to visit that, and like I mentioned, just walk around the grounds and see what other monuments are here. So welcome. Rocky Top Traveler here. My name's Brett, and we're going to walk around the Tennessee State Capitol grounds. So here we go. And that is the State Capitol building. They're actually putting up new glass panels, I believe, throughout the building. And the Capitol building looks right off of the hill down onto Bicentennial Mall. And it's breezy today, and I apologize for the wind, but this is the Bicentennial Mall that was created for the state of Tennessee's 200th birthday in 1996. And I remember coming here, they had a big thing, big ordeal. Al Gore come and spoke here during that time. As the train goes by there. So yeah, that's the Bicentennial Mall. Then right over to the left of the mall is the Farmers Market. And then right up beside there, that's the Tennessee State Museum, which I did a video on as well. James Knox Polk, President of the United States, born November 2nd, 1795, died June 15th, 1849. It says the mortal remains of James Knox Polk are resting in the vault beneath. He was born in Mecklenburg County, North Carolina, and immigrated with his father Samuel Polk to Tennessee in 1806. The beauty of virtue was illustrated in his life. The excellence of Christianity was exemplified in his death. And then down at the bottom it has Sarah Childress, wife of James Knox Polk, 1803-1891. So on the side here it says his life was devoted to the public service. He was elevated successfully to the first places in the state and federal governments, a member of the General Assembly, a member of Congress, and chairman of the most important congressional committees, Speaker of the House of Representatives, Governor of Tennessee, and the 11th President of the United States of America. By his public policy, he defined, established, and extended the boundaries of his country. He planned the laws of the American Union on the shores of the Pacific. His influence and his councils united to organize the national treasury on the principle of the Constitution and to apply the rule of freedom to navigation, trade, and industry. That's what it says on the other side. And his wife, Sarah Childress Polk, says, asleep in Jesus. Sarah Childress Polk, wife of James Knox Polk, born in Rutherford County, Tennessee, September 4th, 1803, died at Polk Place, Nashville, Tennessee, August 14th, 1891. A noble woman, a devoted wife, a true friend, a sincere Christian. Blessed are the dead which die in the Lord. That is what her part says there.
Sarah Childress outlived James by almost 50 years. We even showed you what she looks like. This picture was taken and sent in to a tour by a tour goer, and the trees you see was taken right.
Holy Rosary Cathedral. It says near here in 1820, the first Catholic church in Tennessee was built by Irish Catholic workers, then building a bridge over the Cumberland River. In 1830, a brick structure known as Holy Rosary Cathedral succeeded the frame building. Here, Bishop R.P. Miles, first bishop of Tennessee, was installed October 15th, 1838. When St. Mary's Cathedral was built in 1847, Holy Rosary Church became St. John's Hospital and Orphanage. The site was sold to the state in 1857. And this is very close to Polk's grave. And this is a monument of Andrew Jackson. He is not buried here on the Capitol grounds. And it says Jackson, Andrew Jackson, born March 15th, 1767, died June 8th, 1845. He was the 7th President of the United States from 1829 to 1837. He was the commander of victorious American forces at Battle of New Orleans, January 8th, 1815. And there's nothing on the back side of it. There is the state capitol building in the background. And this is pretty much right up from Polk's grave. You see right there. It's a replica of the Liberty Bell. See the black line there indicates that's where the crack in the original is. And I believe the original is in Philadelphia. Pretty cool. So check this out. From a distance, it looks like a triangle concrete block surrounded by bars. But come up to it and you read on it, which it is a little bit hard to read, and I don't know if I can show you what it says. But it says, the articles beneath this triangle were deposited by Nashville Council, Royal and Select Masters on July 27th, 1927, under authority of a joint resolution adopted by both House of the 65th General Assembly and the state of Tennessee, here to remain 100 years. So that means they're going to open this up in 2 years. In 2027. And then it has a list of all the officers of the council. So yeah, in 2027 it will be opened up, and hopefully the papers inside will still be legible and not destroyed through dampness, water, anything like that, and can be read. Monument of Andrew Johnson, who is also from Tennessee, East Tennessee. Andrew Johnson, born 1808, passed away in 1875, 17th President of the United States of America from 1865 to 1869. And I apologize about all the noise in the background. A lot of construction going on in Nashville. This is a freedom tree in honor of Vietnam veterans and the ones that lost their lives. And it is right there, right in front of the Andrew Johnson Monument. And this monument is of Alvin C York. It's kind of hard to read there, but it says Alvin C York, armed with his rifle and his pistol, his courage and skill, this one Tennessean silenced a German battalion of 35 machine guns, killing 25 enemy soldiers and capturing 132 in the Argonne Forest of France on October 8th, 1918. Down on the side here, it has his name, Alvin C. York, 1887 to 1964. Pall Mall in Fentress County, Tennessee is where he's from. This is the grave of Samuel Morgan, died June 10th, 1880. It says the state here gives repose to the remains of this eminent and useful citizen in recognition of the valuable services rendered by him in the building of this capitol. And this up here talks more about him as well, which can't really read it. Yeah, he must have been some sort of representative and buried here in the building. And this monument is of Sam Davis. Sam Davis of Tennessee. Says he was born on October 6, 1842, near Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Educated at the Western Military Institute of Nashville. Early in the Civil War, he joined the Confederate Army Company 1, 1st Tennessee Regiment. In 1863, he was assigned to Shaw Scouts, Cheatham's Division. In November 1863, went on duty, uniformed in Confederate butternut and gray. Davis was captured in his native state, then within the Federal lines. Important papers descriptive of the federal fortifications and forces were found upon his person. These papers had been given to Davis by Captain Shaw, who had also been captured and was confined in the same prison. Since Davis was tried by court martial, condemned to death, and executed at Pulaski, November 27th, the federal commander offered David his life if he would tell who gave him the papers. To this offer, under the very shadow of the gallows, Davis made his immortal reply, "I would die 1,000 deaths before I would betray a friend." And then underneath that it says, "Greater love hath no man than this, for a man to lay down his life for his friends." I know it's hard to see. Plaque says Sam Davis, 1842 to 1863. "The boys will have to fight the battles without me. He gave all he had, life. He gained all he lacked, immortality." And this is the grave of William Strickland, the architect that designed this Capitol building. Said he died April 7th, 1854, 64 years old. Says by an act of the legislature of Tennessee, his remains are deposited within this wall. And that tells more about him there. He was born in 1788. Said he grew up in Philadelphia. He was the son of a master carpenter. He became a friend of Benjamin Henry Latrobe, who was a designer during that day and apprenticed under him. This is just a peek inside the Capitol. So as we look down the Bicentennial Mall, I'm going to close this video out. I really do appreciate y'all watching. Please subscribe, like, share, comment. Do all those things. And again, I hope you enjoyed the video. Some more Tennessee history. The grave of the 11th President of the United States, James Knox Polk, and his wife. And several other monuments around the State Capitol building here in Nashville, Tennessee. So, appreciate you watching. And again, share this video out, hit that big thumbs up, like, comment, and until next time, I'll see you real soon. Thank you, and good night. And there's a shot of Nissan Stadium from Capitol Hill.